I'm Christy Hartman. Welcome back to my channel. We are making more Halloween cards with the scrapbooking papers that we altered on the gel plate. These three background papers may look familiar to you because I altered them in a previous video. I've done some major work to them, adding various layers. Let's get started and see what you think. Here's our zombie cat, colored and glued onto my card. I use the Neo Color 2 water-soluble crayons to do this. It actually worked up pretty quickly, so I thought I'd show you. Let's start with these three. I have lemon yellow, light olive, yellow green, and then let's shade with olive. Let's start with our lightest color. More water. Wipe my fingers across the brush to remove as much of that excess water as I can. I'm going to add a little bit of pink in his cheeks, a little bit of pink in his heart, as he does have a broken heart, so we need to zhuzh it up a little bit. Let's do a little bit of a red. If I thought I wanted a little bit more brightness up here in certain highlighted areas, I'm just going to come back in, and I'm not going to wash that out. I'm just going to leave it. This is a new stamp by pmartiststudio, and it has kind of that Victorian look about it. I'll have the name and the link of the stamp down below in the description, and I'm going to use it as a background. I have a few more of these altered papers that I've done, and I've glued them onto pieces of cardstock so they could be postcard size. I thought it would be kind of fun to stamp these using just a black ink on. I'm going to try embossing it. I just punched a moon out of another gel print of mine, and then I'm thinking, and this was a 2.5 inch. I'm thinking I'd like to put some trees over the top of this. I don't know why, I just think it'll work. I'm going to use Dune and this Pearl White Stardust. This one. And I want to put a strip over here on this side of this, which is similar to what's in the moon. Yes, I like this. I did not like that strip of the background color showing through. I thought it needed something, and I like that. And I salvaged quite a bit of this, so perfect. Now we're going to put another one of the zombie cats on here. This time, this paper, I heat embossed the zombie kitty. And let's pick out some colors here to use. Add a little bit of pink to this guy. Could add a little bit of this and a little bit of purple. Oh, I need orange. This is vermilion. Okay, I don't know that we'll use all of these. We'll just see. We're going to start with adding a little bit of a highlight. Well, things change periodically. I wasn't fond of this yellow one on here. I thought it was way too much yellow. So I decided to go with blue. So let's get this little tombstone on here first. I also think we could add a sentiment here. This one I think is going to go on this card, but I haven't sorted out how yet. These are AALL and Create. These are comic tags. I think we're just going to run it straight across like that. I'll have to ink the edges yet, but I think that card is super cute. Let's do a tombstone for our little cat. I have cut the cat out. I've got a couple things that I might layer here. I haven't quite sorted this all out yet, but a couple things I'm thinking about layering underneath our cat. And then I definitely want to do a tombstone. And here's two different tombstones that I've cut out and kind of embellished a little bit. So I thought I'd show you how I did that. It's pretty simple. I'm going to draw a tall one this time. I tore out this little piece of book paper, and I thought we would use these Coleros, and these are the autumn colors. And this one is Black Forest. So, what I'm thinking is this here, this here, this over the top, then our cat, and the RIP. I like that. Going to trim things up, clean up my mess, and I'll be right back. These are the finished cards. I added some really, really snarky comments to these, which really crack me up. This one says, "Zombie eats brains, you're safe. Some people really suck, avoid them. If karma doesn't hit you, I gladly will." It just seemed like these little zombie cats were the perfect complement to these snarky comments. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this little adventure and foray into altering scrapbook papers and making cards from those scrapbook papers. There was a lot of fun. We used a lot of interesting materials. I can't wait to see what type of cards you make using your altered scrapbook papers. I'll see you in my next video.